Hello everyone, I am Legion. Before I begin with the video, I need to explain something just this once. This video is an English version of the previous one. There isn't going to be much of anything new here if you already watched the Russian version of the video, aside perhaps from some new jokes. The reason is simple. I want to improve my English skills and get some foreign audience along the way, that too. Although I can confidently call my English fluent, I still require a lot of practice, particularly in the realm of pronunciation. From now on, and for however long it will take me, I will be doing two versions of each video. My desire to improve my English is consistently higher than the desire to make videos for my audience. So hopefully this will serve as an additional motivation for me. And with that out of the way, let's get to the meat. Cyberpunk 2077 will be delayed for additional 5 months. As it stands now, Cyberpunk 2077 will only come out in 9 months on September 17, year 2020. It's not that bad of a news, really. To quote Shigeru Miyamoto, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. In the last few years we've seen that phrase realized perfectly in games like Anthem, Mass Effect Andromeda and No Man's Sky. And even though No Man's Sky has been consistently improving over the last 3 years, it still have this nasty stink of a rushed mess. So if Cyberpunk 2077 has to be delayed in order for it to not end up in the same puddle of piss, fine by me. I waited 8 years, I can wait a few more months. That being said, waiting will be painful. And naturally, the question arises, how to cut some time while waiting for potentially the best game of the next decade? By playing Deus Ex, of course, the original one. The one that looked like it was made for a microwave, even for year 2001. Deus Ex is what Cyberpunk 2077 is desperately trying to become, and as such, everyone needs to play it, at least once. For a very long time I wanted to make a video on how to get through Deus Ex's ugly surface and start playing. What I can say now is that Deus Ex is an exceptionally amazing game, without rivals. As someone who only played it for the first time in 2018, I can say confidently, yes, it's true, all of it. The game is good not just because of nostalgia goggles, I had not, but because it's this outrageously amazing on its own merit. But if I can't convince you to play a 19-year-old game, then a modern ones, Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, are good substitute for while you're waiting for Cyberpunk 2077. The good thing about them is that you don't really need to play original Deus Ex to understand them. They are prequels after all. This was exactly how I played them in my own time. The only thing that didn't stand the test of time is the urine yellow color filter of Human Revolution. Aside from that, those are the best RPG FPS hybrids around that served as an obvious inspiration for Cyberpunk 2077. And even if you already played all of them, you can always replay them again. Thankfully, their replayability is exceptional. That's exactly how I will be waiting for Cyberpunk 2077.
Sure.
Now that I finished my shameless shilling for Deus Ex, what about the actual reasons for delay? Taking the delay as exclusively a good thing would be a way too optimistic. We've seen plenty of times how delay didn't really improve much in the final release. The aforementioned Andromeda was delayed for the same amount of time, and that didn't really help.
Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything.
It should be obvious to anyone who keep an eye on the development of the Cyberpunk 2077 that the game have an obvious problems in production. Promotion campaign, for example, is rather strange. CD Projekt is not exactly radio silent and constantly doing contests here and there, and as well as going to almost every big game convention across the world. At the same time though, they don't publish the materials from the game itself, almost next to none of new screenshots or gameplay trailers. And the game was supposed to come out in just 4 months. It's obvious that the entire studio is in a state of a nightmarish crunch, and they just don't have enough hands to print screenshots and render trailers. There is also the fact that the game is already in development for 8 years. I guess you can make an argument that this is a standard operating procedure for CD Projekt, since this very long development cycle with immense crunch at the end and several delays along the way was part of every game they worked on, even the original Witcher. But at the same time, this is not a healthy development cycle by any measures. In the end, the only thing that matters is the quality of the finished project, and with that, CD Projekt have never disappointed us. On that note, I guess I will finish it. Thank you everyone for staying until the end. If you have any corrections for my English, grammar, pronunciation or anything else, feel free to leave them in the comments. With that, Legion signing off.